I'm a busy guy tomorrow now.
These papers for us? I didn't know that, you know.
Yeah, you can-
I work at the mill, and I'm Jim Wallace, I live on the Cottage Streets. And I was just curious, what type of curbs are they gonna put in over there?
I think just normal curves, but
Yeah,
the engineer could speak.
Well, I was talking to Mayor Seeley, he said that they would be rounded curbs.
Originally, we had proposed full-face regular curbs for the Cottage Street areas, but Mayor Seeley did propose a mountable curb, and we passed that on to the I-Bank because any change order has to go through them for their approval.
Are they doing that, or because there's a problem, those streets aren't wide, okay, and, you know, it would actually would be a safety issue.
They said that they don't see any issue with that. We just need to put together a formal package to submit to them. Once we meet with the contractor and can get a cost from him. Like I said during our capital project status update, we're going to meet with the contractor so we can get an updated cost for him because it's a different type of curve, and then we can take that number, present it to the I-Bank for their approval to switch.
Because I'm one of the people that originally talked to the mayor and got the ball rolling with the streets over there, and next thing I got the neighbors, you know, the curb, we don't need the curbs.
So, just so I'm clear, are you looking for a normal curve?
No,
Okay.
the rounded curb.
I just wanted to make sure that.
Yeah, the rounded curb, this way.
We don't see an issue with the mountable
You can
curb.
pull up onto
Yeah.
the curb or
Whatever you want to do.
you know, as long as it looks nice.
We
you know.
don't see an issue with the mountable curb, but like I said, because when we submitted the original project, it was a full-face
Right,
curb,
right.
and
It might be easier
they're
for them.
funding
I don't
it, we need to
know.
make sure we get their approval before.
I got my list, thank you.
Yeah.
Be in my pocket. The other two.
All right. Cats over there by the cottage streets, stray cats.
Yeah.
I dealt with a couple litters, and I mean, I'd taken them to the vets, caught them, taken them to the vets, got them their shots, fostered them, I think 3 litters or 4 litters, so my wife has the number. I mean, this is money I shelled out of my pocket, because I love animals. Like your wife, she's an animal advocate, okay?
So not to interrupt you, a few meetings ago, we did have a group of women that came in to talk about the feral cat population. And we have still been discussing doing something, passing a resolution to get that taken care of, to work with a shelter that will come into the town.
Old Bridge,
Captured.
there's a lady in Old Bridge.
Yep.
I
believe
can
that's
give you
where
her
she's
phone
from. I
number.
have her.
She's great, she's, you know.
It's probably the same individual that was
Same
here
lady.
speaking. So we passed this resolution, and what they'll do is they'll come trap the cats.
Right.
Have them taken
Fix,
care of,
yep.
and then they,
Well, we have a lady also over there.
there is a
that-
Spotswood resident that does it as well, I'm not sure.
No.
Okay.
No. Listen to me first, all right? There is a lady over there. Last year I was talking to her. We'll talk later if you want, or tomorrow, whatever. I'll come by, give you her address. She actually had 2 raccoons living in her garage with her cats,
On purpose.
with her stray cats. I don't know, all right? I certainly would have called somebody to help me. All right,
Yeah.
you heard about the lady up in, with the 188 dogs up in Huntington County?
Oh, and it is,
She was a
yeah.
friend of mine, all right? That's another story in itself. How that happened, I don't know. All right, the cats.
After the meeting, if you can, we'll discuss it after this.
All right, does
I had enough
anybody
phone
know
calls to
that
make tomorrow.
Spotswood, the SWM, the Spotswood mill is down to 1 machine now? Does anybody keep track of that? I work over there.
Yeah, I know because Rob Cantor is a very good friend of mine.
Yeah, well, he retired now, right?
I know he retired, but he still has the.
Well, I'm just saying, because that's a big tax revenue. I could tell you some stories about that later on, what might be happening over there. And why couldn't we call a recess and go over Steve's complaint? You could call a recess and look it over and give him an answer tonight. Can't do that.
I'd like to just take the time in case there's other research that we have to
Yeah,
do.
but I understand his complaint that,
No, I understand.
you know, he talked the last meeting and nothing was done. He sent you an email, you know, and
Yes, I did.
can we sweep it under the desk? I mean,
It's
that's
not
why
gonna get
people
swept
get
under,
angry.
it's not gonna get swept under the desk, it'll be
All
handled.
right. What else? Oh, and I think going back to the wells, great idea. Thank you.
Where's those raccoons? What's the address there?
I'll get the
we don't
address
wanna-
tomorrow.
I'll get it from you later.
Why, you want raccoons?
Not a nuts. All right.
Jackie Palmer, 9 Chupin Street. Now, since it's not a popular topic, I'm a little nervous to raise it, but I too brought an issue to the council last meeting regarding my open request for the business administrator's closed session minutes, in which I was denied, and it was cited as a client-attorney privilege, which is not appropriate for a closed meeting session in which someone who doesn't belong there is actually sitting in it. So I have not heard back from anybody, and you did ask me immediately to send that to you, and I sent it to you. I sent you the email that meeting, so I'm asking what the update is on that.
So I did speak to the attorney, and that's what he cited also, that's the reason behind it. I'm not an attorney, Jackie, so I don't know why that's the case, but that's what he informed me of.
So I just wanted to make sure I understand. When you go into a closed session meeting, and then you come into the public, anything that has now happened in that closed session becomes public knowledge,
right.
yes?
Yes.
Okay, so the meeting notes that I requested from the business administrator were from the meeting. I did not get closed meeting.
You got none of them.
I got no closed meeting, not redacted, nothing. I was told I was not entitled to them. That is not true. You went into closed session, you came into public, what was discussed in closed session became public record.
And I agree with you. And when I spoke to the attorney, I got the same answer that they had given you.
So my question is, do I need to contact Steve's attorney and potentially make $2,700 to get the documents that I'm asking?
So, I will ask that question again, Jackie. And I will get back.
Please get back to me
I
before
will.
I have to stand up here in the public, Charlie, and ask you.
No.
I would like you could send me an email on it and say, Jack, this
I'll
is what
stop by
happened,
your
and we
house
could
or
argue
whatever,
back.
but yes.
Right, but my question, that's a problem for me,
Yeah.
so if we could address that.
Those meetings.
My second item that I have for you guys is, now that we have put the business administrator on an administrative leave, has council thought about ensuring the protection of the taxpayers by doing a full forensic audit on anything and everything that she has done since she took office? And the reason I ask that question is because I particularly know of a couple, which if anybody could go back in the public record and watch the videos that take place of misappropriated funds with FEMA dollars, things that have been done financially that have been done wrong and inappropriately. And what I'm asking for is potentially an outside auditor, not our annual audit that gets done by the same person. And I'm not saying, suggesting that our CFO or our auditor are involved in anything. I'm saying that we have multiple lawsuits on our plate. And in order to protect us, has council considered?
So I know we haven't discussed it yet, Jackie. I think we're all in the same boat that we're seeing what's going to happen with this investigation and everything else. That's, I'm sure, a huge cost impact to the town. If there's something that is brought to our attention, obviously, and we'll definitely look into doing that. So, I mean, to just do it without any proof? Yeah, not proof, because you're doing it to find the proof, but without any accusations, not that we need more accusations in the town, but you know what I'm saying, to spend that kind of money for a preventative thing, unless we know that something's going on, I don't know if I feel that's necessary.
I'm just asking if you have considered it.
I have not discussed it, so I don't know if the rest of the council has discussed it.
They may or may not have even thought of it. Just making a suggestion that I can almost guarantee you likely need to protect yourself. I'll just leave that there.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Diane Charlesworth, 29 Old Stage Road. Speaking of the investigation, do we have any kind of status updates or?
It's on, all we can say is it's ongoing.
Okay.
Can't really discuss anything other than that, but it is moving along.
Any projected length?
I don't want to make any guarantees. By the next meeting, probably we won't have anything, but probably the following meeting, but that's not a guarantee.
So that's in September?
Hopefully, the end of September, hopefully, we can have discussion on what's going on.
So from June to September, is there time frame kind of for doing the investigation? Because that's when we hired them, right?
Right.
Or-
It's more a scheduling thing to get together with everybody in the meetings.
Okay.
Things like that. It's not per se that she's interviewing thousands of people. It's, this person can do it then, and 2 weeks now somebody else can do it. So that's what
Right.
really the hold up.
And then coordinating with all of you to give her findings?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
All right, so,
Hopefully,
like within, say, 5 or 6 weeks?
that's my hope. I was hoping.
Are you an optimist or a pessimist?
Well, I was hoping that 3 weeks ago, so here we go.
Just checking the temperature here, kids.
Lara Krupski, 29 Rainbow Lane. I'm just curious to know, with the stuff as far as redoing some of these streets, is there anything that can also be done about, curbs, within the town? Like, a lot of those streets, the curbs are pretty bad too. They're all chewed up.
Like in your neighborhood, or is that what you're asking?
Yes.
So I'm not going to say 100% of the time, but I'll say 90% of the time. When we go into a neighborhood and redo streets, curbs and sidewalks are part of that project.
Oh, okay, great.
There could be exceptions where they're not, but
Right.
yes. So the curbs, usually when we go in, we try to encompass everything.
Okay.
So we're not going back there in 2 years to try to fix something else.
Okay,
So
all
the
right.
curbs and/or sidewalks possibly are in that project.
Okay, good, thank you.
You don't have to drink water, Chuck. I'm not. I have a question on Brunswick Avenue on the curbing and sidewalks.
Okay?
You say curbing's on the odd side, right?
Curbing on both sides.
Both sides.
Oh, okay, but sidewalks on the even side just?
Sidewalk is on.
Sidewalk is on, if you're going up Brunswick Avenue, it would be on the
Right, I said. So you're gonna take property away from both sides though?
Just, we're getting
For the
easement
sidewalk?
acquisition.
You know what I mean? Because it's
No,
narrow.
just where the sidewalks are going to be.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not, the other side of the street, we don't need to.
Okay, you just gotta put the curbing right where, right, so if that street comes in there, doesn't it come in a little bit? You're not gonna make it in line with the other sidewalk. As you come down Brunswick Avenue, it narrows, right?
So that will get wider now.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
That's what I meant.
That-
So you're actually taking away a little bit on both sides?
For the roadway, correct?
Yes, okay.
Not for sidewalk.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Make a motion to close the public portion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Make a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next meeting, September the 4th, 7:30.